Okay, in this tutorial we're going to be looking at how to add a filmic look to our video. If you've been watching our previous tutorials, if we just head in, you can see that we've been working on a short promo video. We put some shots together. In the last one we added some color correction, some color grading. What I've done for this one, I've just removed them so we can concentrate on some of the film looks. And for this example, what I'm going to do, I'm going to select two clips, and I'm going to pick these two here, just to give you a simple idea. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to, don't worry, I've saved this file. I'm just going to delete these, just for now, and we're going to be working on these two clips here. Now, when you're doing this to your video, you are going to want to do it to all of your shots, all of your clips you brought in, but for now, just to keep this tutorial nice and simple, we're going to concentrate on these two. So we got a nice shot here, it's a nice foreground shot, nice side swipe, and there's just a close-up shot of his hands there, peeling away the sticker. So we're going to use these two shots, going to do some very, very basic grading. We're also going to look at maybe some of the speed, and then we're going to add some filmic bars to the top and bottom of the screen, just to give it that cinematic feel to it. Okay, let's start off. Right now we're in editing. We're going to move over to color. This is where we're going to do most of our grading, all of our grading actually. What I'm going to do, I'm going to select the first shot first. And where I am right now, we're going to concentrate in this right panel here. I'm in basic color correction, basic correction. We're going to leave all these for now. We may go into some curves, but for now we're going to stay in basic correction. So for this shot, I find that it's slightly overexposed. Not too much. It's pretty good. It's just the whites on the edges here and the whites just behind him. It's just a little bit too bright for me. So the first thing I'm going to do is just adjust this exposure. Just bring it down very, very slightly. There we go. Yeah, just minus 0.4. I'm quite happy with that, just to bring it down slightly. What I'm going to do then, I think the temperature is quite nice, but to give it quite a cinematic look to it, I'm going to drop it down and make it quite cooler. So I'm going to go to our temperature, drag this one down, just give it a nice cool temperature to it. Just watch that. Very nice. Now you got to be careful you're not overdoing these temperatures and the exposure. If we do it too much, we're going to have a very blue shot. Just a little bit too much there. So we're going to bring it back. So this is what it did look like, which is actually really warm. We don't want it much warmer. We're going to keep it quite low. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, so that's this shot here. I don't think we need to do much more. We could play around with the shadows. What that's going to do is pick the shadows from the shot and make them darker or lighter. Now, I like my cinematic shots quite contrasty, so I'm going to go to contrast and bring this up slightly. You see what that's doing there. Ignore this on the side here. We're not going to be looking at this. This is for a future tutorial. We're going to just stick to the right panel here, just for the basics. Okay, quite like that. We could adjust the whites as well. So what that's doing there is just picking the whites, concentrating this side here. You can see that you're just bringing it off, bringing the edge off, and I'm quite happy with that. Just watch that over. Very nice. You can see the difference there from this shot to that shot. And if I bring in the original, which is just here. Oh, I think we need to go to editing to bring in another one. So we're just going to bring that one in just to show you the difference. Where is he? There he is. Oh no, that's not him. There he is there. Place it on top. So that was the original. Oh, and that's it with our color correction. You can see that it does definitely give off a more filmic vibe. Okay, let's get rid of that one for now. Let's move on, go back to our color. Let's move on to the next shot, which is this one there. Again, I'm finding this one quite warm. We're going to bring this, bring our temperature down just to match the first shot. Around about there, that's quite nice. Again, you don't want to go too overboard, especially with skin tones. When you have skin tones in the shot, it's very important to try and keep them original. Otherwise, for example, if you play with any of these, now this may be a look you're after, and that's completely fine. Actually, the green look is quite effective, but we're going to keep that to 0 for now. Okay. Oh, there we go. Again, with the exposure, I think the exposure is okay on this one. I'm going to I'll leave that on 0. I'm going to just slightly bring up the contrast. Again, it's not really doing much there, but you can definitely see a difference. That's it without, and that's it with. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. Let's just play with the shadows. Okay, so that's giving us quite a nice effect there. I'm going to drop down the shadows just to darken this area, darken all the blacks. There we go. Let's just watch these together. Okay, I'm really pleased with that. I'm liking the way that looks. Nice and contrasty, nice and cool. Perfect. Okay, so the next part we're going to do now is add in our black bars. Now, if you go to the cinema or you watch a film in the house, you can see that it is a completely different aspect ratio. Right now, this ratio is 16:9. Now, when you watch a theatre film or a film in the house, you'll notice that there's just very slight black lines on the bottom, the top of the shot. We're just going to replicate that. So what we're going to do, we're going to head back into editing, and we're going to add some titles to the shot, which will replicate some black bars on top. So we're going to do that by going down to our bottom left panel here. We're going to click on New Item, open that up. It's going to give us a few options here. We've used adjustment layers before. That's what we used to add some color grading. We're going to add in title. When we open this, press OK. You can name your black bars. We'll do that for now. Black bars. Okay. This window will then pop up. I always say that this window looks very well, quite similar to Photoshop. Very basic version of Photoshop. What we're going to do, we're just going to add some black bars on here and across here. Now you'll see the difference this adds to the film straight away. So what we're going to do, on our left side here we have some of our tools. We're going to concentrate on this one here. So this is our rectangle tool. I'm just going to drag this across on top. And you see where this line is there. Now that's our text safe line, but we're going to use that just for our bars. Now you can see our bar is white at the moment, so we're going to change that. We're going to go over to the right over here. We go to color, and we're going to change that to black. There we go. Perfect. And now we're going to do exactly the same on the bottom to make that easier. We're just going to click on the bar, and I'm going to copy and paste it. So I'm going to press Command C and then Command V. That's going to give us 2. Or let me just undo that. If you're on PC, you can press Control C and Control V just to copy and paste it. Bring it down. And we're going to add this one to the bottom there. So line it up with that line there. Make sure it's covering on both sides over here. There we go. Now once you've done that, once you're happy with this in there, there's no need to save it. All you have to do is close it down. Once you've closed it down, we're in editing now. This is going to be added as a title in your footage bin. Let's see if I can find it. There it is there. We call it black bars. We're going to click on that and we're going to add it on top of video 2, on top of the footage there, and you can see what it does. It does give it quite, so you can see that if I zoom in, that the default duration of the title isn't long enough, so I'm just going to pull that over, watch it again, and we've got that. Now what I'm going to do right now, we've got a wipe dissolve there, a wipe transition, which looks okay, but right for now, for a cinematic look, I am going to remove it. I'm going to click on it, press delete, and I'm going to add in a cross dissolve. Cross dissolves I find a lot more cinematic, so I'm going to do that by going over to our editing tab, dropping down our video transitions, our dissolves, and then we got cross dissolve here. This is my favorite. Put that there, play it back through, and it automatically looks a lot more pleasing, a lot more cinematic, and I'm really pleased with how that looks. Now you could bring this further and we can add in our audio again. So this is one I've been using just for this tutorial. Happy to start there. Oh, let's have some sound. And there we go. Now, again, this is very basic. It's just to give you an idea of what type of effects with the colors you can do and what type of effects you can do with the black bars on top. Now, with these black bars, you could make them bigger. That is actually quite a small black bar. So what we could do, we can go back into our footage bin here. We can double click on our black bars. Open this window back up. It saves automatically. We can click on the top one. We could bring it down. Maybe around about there. And again, I'm just going to eyeball it for now. Bring that up a little bit there. There we go. Again, you don't need to save it. You're just going to press close. And that's automatically going to update. And then we've added some black bars to our footage just to show what that looks like without. I'm going to play it without. Oh, this one. So this was it before without any black bars. And then this is it with. So you can see how that works, and to me it's very, very powerful and really works well for trying to get that film look. I don't want to make this tutorial much longer. I just wanted to show you the basics so you get a pretty good understanding of what the film look looks like, and how to successfully get this type of video here. Okay, that's the end of this tutorial. In our next one, we're going to be going back to our original full video just to finish off our promotional video, and we're going to be looking at exporting. Very, very basic exporting. We're going to be exporting for web, so it's not going to be too dramatic. It's just a few different options for you to remember, and you can have a play around, see which ones you like. But that's what we're going to be looking at in our next tutorial. So I'll see you then.